So one of my videos is kind of taken off, and it was comments about what Donald Trump and Hegseth did in front of a bunch of generals. And one of the people there said, okay, let's see you do 5. I don't have a chin-up bar set up, so I won't be doing 5 chin-ups, but I'll do a few push-ups here. One other person said, you look slow, and your spelled UR questions proves, plural, proves your level, again, UR, your level of insanity. All right. That's an interesting comment. I'm really kind of amazed, like, I don't know, it's amazing to me that people just resort to personal attacks. Like, look slow, I look slow. What kind of slow? I look like I can't run fast, or I look like I am unintelligent. What do you mean by I look slow? And which questions? Could you clarify what questions you're talking about? And how do they prove my level of insanity? Right? How do you deduce from the questions I asked that I'm insane? Like, make specific statements so that we can debate them. So, unfortunately, if you're gonna kind of debate somebody, but all you do is attack how they look, it's not very helpful, right? You will never hear me attack how any person looks. I know that there are some common attacks on Donald Trump and other people close to him. It doesn't matter how they look. It has nothing to do with anything. And you could, when you have Pete Hegseth telling people to be more physically fit, then I guess you could kind of criticize his level of physical fitness a little bit, but he's not unfit himself. In that specific category, he does a pretty good job of leading by example. I'm not gonna say he's the most fit person his age, but he's probably on the higher end. And so how people look does sometimes say a little bit about them. If you are overweight, it might mean that you have a serious health issue, but it's very likely that it means that you don't exercise, you don't have a great diet, right? Genetics does play into it a bit. Genetics has an impact. It's a factor, but the life choices you make are also factors. So again, I don't really need to defend my level of physical fitness, because I'm not talking primarily about physical fitness, right? That's an issue that's important to Pete Hegseth, and I never disagreed with him in that video that people are commenting on. That was one of the things I stated pretty clearly. Like, I actually agree with him for the most part there. People in the military should probably have a high level of physical fitness. Even if it's not essential to their specific job, it does reflect on discipline to some extent. It sets a good example. If you are a leader who's no longer going out into combat or doing anything really all that physical, it still inspires trust and confidence in the people who work under you. All good things. I never disagreed with that. So I find it really funny that people are, critiquing me and telling me, like, go ahead and do some chin-ups now or whatever. Let's see you do it. Like, okay, actually, I felt I did horrible there on push-ups, and I have not, like, full disclosure, have not worked out personally in like 8 years, which I find very sad. And I've been really thinking, and even inspired a little bit by this very thing, to be like, I really need to need to increase my own level of physical fitness, if only so that I feel better. You know, both feel better physically and feel better about myself. And so I can prove people wrong when they, you know, want to use that as a test of a person's authority to speak on certain subjects, which, you know, unless you're very specifically talking about a physical pursuit, I don't think it's really a test of your authority to speak on a subject. You can be an expert on something and still not exemplify it all that well yourself. But it certainly makes you feel more credible if you do exemplify it well yourself. As far as being slow, whatever, I like to talk at an even pace for the most part. And some people would say that that has to do with assigning value to words. I heard that said recently in a debate. And the person was pointing out that the person debating opposite him was just running his mouth. He's just being a motor mouth. And when you actually think through what you say and the words mean something, sometimes you speak a little bit slower. Or maybe I just speak slowly. I'd rather speak a little bit more slowly and have everybody be able to hear and consider what I'm saying than speak really quick and be like hard to even keep up with my own thought process. I don't think that speaking slow or fast is a sign of intelligence. And I'm just not going to try to provide proof that I'm an intelligent person, because that always just sounds very self-righteous. Your opinions are considered based on their own merit, right? You don't need to be the smartest person in the world to have a valid opinion. You can even use the spelling you are for your, all three yours, just average it out to you are. You can never be wrong. Your opinion can be valid, but you have to kind of have an opinion for it to be valid. Like, just insulting someone is not really much of an opinion. Tell me what you think. What is it that I said that you disagree with? What is your opinion about it? Why do you think my opinion is wrong? And give me some reason besides I look slow. You know, tell me what it is about the opinion itself that you find to be flawed. And you can do that. Like, please do that. Take the opportunity to give me a response that actually directly addresses one of the opinions that I stated. Because how a person looks or sounds to you does not have anything to do with whether what they have to say is valid. So anyways, I just got on to make another video, to put another video up. I was pleasantly surprised to see the number of views on that. So thank you everybody who has watched or spent any number of minutes watching my content. I appreciate that. I am looking to get more involved on this YouTube channel. I'm looking to hopefully monetize it eventually, but that's not the primary reason I'm doing this. I just want to get more content out there. I want to have more thoughtful discussions. I want to have some discussions with other people, not just have only me stating my opinions, but that's what I've got right now. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you at a later time.